Welcome back to the overview of my financial literacy series titled What You Don't Know Will Hurt You, which identifies extremely important financial issues that most people aren't aware of. My name is Brent Kempton, and the next installment in this series is inflation, which is one of the three pipes draining your dream tank and which I consider to be the biggest of all the threats to your financial well-being. This is primarily because it is very subtle and most people don't understand what it is doing to their savings. The following is some free financial literacy. Even a gentle river has a current, which will quietly carry one downriver in an effort, if an effort isn't made to at least stay even. Inflation doesn't get the attention that it should because it happens in the background. Financially literate people know how dangerous inflation is and how to counter its effects. Inflation happens when, over time, you spend more money to get something that hasn't changed in value. For example, a haircut. So, how bad can it be when things only go up by 3 cents on the dollar each year? I mean, really, 3 cents on the dollar. Einstein developed a formula that tells us that a 3 cents on the dollar increase every year will reduce the buying power of that dollar by half in 24 years. How old will you be in 24 years? My CPA friends tell me that inflation is really more like 5% most of the time. That means that instead of taking 24 years, inflation will cut your money in half in less than 15. In a period of just 5 years longer than the one in the previous slide, you'd need $200 to buy what $50 bought you before. How many times could that happen in your lifetime? Remember our earlier discussion about living off of 5% of what you saved. Let's look at what inflation does to your financial independence number over time. A 5% inflation rate inflates a $900,000 target into $1.6 million in 20 years. That means that if you're in your mid-40s, that by the time you're in your 60s, you need $1.6 million saved up in order to live a lifestyle equivalent to $45,000 per year today. Somebody in their mid-20s is going to need nearly $3 million to live as a 45,000 heir would today. I think that this shows you how insidious inflation is and that you'd better know how to paddle your boat strongly enough to beat it. If you want to have financial security in your old age, then you need to become literate enough to know how to achieve your financial independence number before you're too old to make that much money. On that encouraging note, we complete this segment on inflation. Our next session will be debt, which is another of the three big pipes draining your dream tank. Servicing debt can eat up as much as 1/3 of your paycheck. Here is my contact information. You can stop the presentation, write it down, or click on the QR code. And once again, thank you for listening.